Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we're taking those complex, everyday operations and breaking them down so we can really understand the mechanisms that make our world work. Specifically, we're exploring the hidden engine of operations, maintenance. We rarely even think about it when things are going right, but it is absolutely the critical, invisible system keeping massive, real-world operations functioning smoothly day in and day out.
To really grasp the scale of what we're talking about here, I want you to just picture a staggering number, 800,000. Just let that sink in for a second. That number represents the square footage of building facilities managed by just one organization highlighted in our source material today, the Sman Public Schools Facility Services. That is a massive physical footprint, packed with endless interconnected systems.
But, the scale doesn't even stop at the buildings. Let's add 260 to that equation. That's the number of acres of property and grounds that this single public school system has to manage every single day. We're talking vast fields, walkways, landscaping, and outdoor infrastructure. Imagine being responsible for every single inch of that space, every day, and making sure it's perfectly safe and functional for thousands of students and staff. It's huge.
So, the absolutely crucial question every operations manager has to ask themselves is, how do you keep it all running without interruption? Think about those massive physical stakes. To manage something of that incredible magnitude, you can't exactly just cross your fingers and hope things go well, right? You need incredibly precise organizational strategies to prevent total chaos.
To answer that, we really have to look at the foundational framework for maintenance operations. A facilities services department oversees a massive web of responsibilities. We're talking about managing big construction projects, handling constant renovations and repairs, running custodial services, and keeping up with the landscaping. Literally, every single one of these pillars requires relentless, ongoing maintenance to make sure the main operation, in this case student learning, continues without a single disruption.
Section 1. Defining the downtime threat, the silent killer of productivity and organizational success.
Downtime is defined as the interruption in production due to machine or equipment malfunctions. And honestly, when you hear that word, it should immediately invoke a sense of urgency. It means everything comes to a screeching, sudden halt. It's that dreaded moment when equipment failure wreaks sudden havoc, bleeding time, money, and resources by the second, while everyone just stands around waiting for a fix. It is pretty much the absolute nightmare scenario for any operations team.
But fortunately, we have a strategic hero in this scenario to fight off that downtime. Maintenance is defined as all activities involved in ensuring that facilities and equipment are in working order. It's this comprehensive collection of activities designed to preserve resources in their optimal operating condition. It's all about coordinating proactive care, keeping the workplace, the structures, machinery, and furniture safe, fit, and healthy through scheduled repairing, inspecting, and testing. It's basically the organized, calm answer to the unpredictable chaos of downtime.
And the true value of this work goes way beyond just a mechanic turning a wrench. This is really about safeguarding business targets. Proper maintenance maintains system capability by completely preventing work stoppages, but it also actively minimizes costs by catching problems early and significantly reducing idle labor time. Beyond the balance sheet, it ensures a genuinely safe workplace, guarantees product quality, and ultimately gives you a serious competitive edge. Because let's face it, dependable delivery is exactly what attracts and retains customers.
Section 2. Reactive versus preventative strategies. The core strategic battle of operations.
Let's look a little closer at these two heavyweights. On the reactive side, we have breakdown maintenance, which means fixing equipment only after it actually breaks down. Think of it like completely ignoring a clanking engine and waiting for a car part to violently fail while you're driving down the highway before you finally decide to replace it. An organization can only really afford to wait for equipment failure if it doesn't significantly affect operations or generate a substantial loss. Now contrast that with preventive maintenance. This is the proactive strategy of regularly checking and servicing equipment even when no problems are visible. It actively reduces the frequency of those catastrophic disruptions and ensures a much safer use of manpower.
Taking a preventative strategy means committing to simple, everyday steps. We're talking consistent regular inspections, fine-tuning machine adjustments, proper lubrication, thorough cleaning, and the timely replacement of parts before they snap. By committing to these actions regularly, you drastically reduce unscheduled repairs. You control the schedule, rather than letting a sudden equipment failure control you and your entire workforce.
Section 3. 4 Specialized Maintenance Tactics.
Now, what's really interesting here is how we can get even more specialized. These tactics build out across different levels of complexity, depending on the exact technical needs of the machinery. At the highest end is predictive maintenance.
This relies on advanced sensors to continuously monitor temperature or vibration to catch microscopic problems long before human eyes ever could. Then there's zero-hours maintenance, which is overhauling equipment at known weak points to completely restore it to a like-new condition. On the more accessible side, basic maintenance requires very little formal training. It's just daily cleaning and inspecting by the operators themselves. Finally, periodic maintenance simply follows rigid, set time intervals to ensure ongoing health. Every single tactic here has its critical place in the ecosystem.
Section 4. The 5 bottom-line functions. Connecting tactics to the ultimate payoff. This physical upkeep directly cascades right into an organization's bottom line. First, controlling production costs means preventing the skyrocketing labor and emergency parts bills that come with unexpected breakdowns. That flows right into ensuring product quality and guaranteeing safety, preventing sudden catastrophic failures from causing severe worker injuries. Because planned maintenance causes minimal disruption, you maximize time savings, which ultimately drives our 5th point, customer satisfaction. Without proactive maintenance, production stops, deliveries are late, and frustrated customers just walk away.
Ultimately, the right maintenance strategy is the engine that improves equipment reliability, reduces costs, ensures safety, maintains absolute quality, and saves precious time. It completely transforms maintenance from a frustrating required chore into a massive foundational strategic advantage for literally any organization.
Which leaves us with one final, stark thought to reflect on as we wrap up today's explainer. Are your systems programmed for proactive success, or are you just waiting for the next breakdown? Whether you're managing 800,000 square feet of public facilities, a complex manufacturing plant, or just the daily routines and tools in your own life, the hidden engine of maintenance is always running in the background. Make sure you're the one proactively driving it rather than letting it drive you. Thanks so much for diving into this with me today, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.